Hello, chess fans! Today I want to show you the game from the Italian Championship 2019, sixth round, where they clashed together Alberto Barp against Artem Gilevych. It was the game between the FIDE master Barp and international master Gilevych. So it is not the Grandmaster game, but it was really interesting approach to Catalan opening, and I will show you. Well, Catalan opening is the opening in which white obviously rely on the white square bishop. He puts the white square bishop on g2, and that's the game. But in this case, black, now with e5, somehow force the white to change this bishop. Well, white would have pawn more in the middle game, but black would have the nice bishop pair. So I think the equality is really in the game. So these moves played both players very quickly, and now white started thinking and invented b3. b3 is a move which tells black that white will go with his dark square bishop somehow to a3 or b2, and then cooperate with his rooks, and with the pawn more, it would be great game for him. And black has to play something. On this place, he had chance to take on d2 with the bishop takes, then take on c4. White has to take with the b pawn because the queen is covering the d2 bishop, and now it is materially equal. But this bishop on c3 is really great for the open game, and this should be strategically won for white. That's why black invented something else. He tries to continue with his attack, and it's a good decision. Now white has to move with this knight to defense. Now h takes, f takes, and now black made a big mistake. He tried bishop to c3. This is a mistake motivated with some kind of tactics, of course, because otherwise black shouldn't go there. I'm sure of that, because the diagonal for this bishop is the diagonal a7 g1. So in the future the bishop should go on c5, never on c3. But we will see the tactics. Now white played bishop to b2, and the tactics was bishop to take c4, queen takes, and now the bishop takes, and the rook on a1 is threatened. Well, white threatens the knight on g4. So on this place, white was able to play queen takes g4, and after bishop takes on a1, he should take on g7, and after this, this must be better for white. Sure, clearly better, because the h-pawn travels really fast to the queen. Well, and it's really hard for black to play the game which would be sensitive for him. So white had this chance, but he decided to play with his rook to d1. It's also a good move, which we can see that black has the piece more, the bishop here, for only one pawn, but the king's situation is really hard, because white has opened f-file, opened d-file, with the queen in attack and knight jumping on g5. It would be a very hard task to defend it. But black tried with queen c8. Now white takes on c6. And now black played with his king to e7. It is not a good move because the king is in the center in a situation where can he not get out. And we will see what would happen after king f8. It is rook to d7. Now king has to move, because when knight goes to g5, there is then the rook from f1 takes on f7, and it is really decisive. So king goes to g8. Now white with e6. Of course, black cannot take it with the f-pawn, because there is a checkmate after queen takes e6 and knight to g5. So he has to play a rook to h6. And now after e takes, king h8, and queen takes c7. And white has 4 pawns for this bishop on b2. But yeah, even if white has material and positional advantage, it is really hard work for him to win that. So it is really better for black to go with the king to f8, but he tried to go on e7. And it is a losing mistake, because now white gives the check, black's king has to move to e8, and now we can see that the bishop on b2 is lost. After rook to d2, he has no place to go there. So he tried take the e3 pawn. Now queen takes, and bishop goes to a3. But we can see that white has the pawn more and really powerful rooks, and knight jumping now on g5. And it's already all over for black. He tried some moves, but yeah, there is a pin, bishop c5. But now after knight jumping on d6, black resigned. Well, resigned, and it's true that he cannot do something else, because king to e7 is impossible due to queen g5 check. He cannot go to d8 because of simple knight to c4 and taking the bishop. Well, and he cannot take even. We can see that after c takes, e takes, and there is a nice variation with d8 knight, and now after that the white has knight more in the end play, so it is clearly won. Well, it was a very interesting approach to Catalan. It was nice opening and very nice work from white in this game. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.